Today, the tale of a curious hunting guide and his dogs.
You know the routine, don't you?
A North Carolina guy who made a name here in Minnesota. This cobbler helps you get ready for fall hunts and autumn hikes. And we discover the greatest of all Great Lakes shipwrecks.
Minnesota Bound, presented by Connecticut Water Treatment Systems.
Hi everybody, Bill, Millie and I welcome you to today's autumn episode.
Up first today, a story in Minnesota that actually starts way down in North Carolina.
A tale of a grouse and woodcock guide who loves Minnesota's fall woods.
This to me has character, it has charm. I don't know, it's just, I love the topography. These are ancient mountains, some of the oldest in the world.
North Carolina's Uares, a mountain region of long tradition. Also, the stomping grounds of this guy.
My name is Stephen Faust. I am the head bottle washer, dog feeder, and poop scooper at Stony Brook Gordon Setter.
A local with several passionate loves.
This is Sasha.
And that's Hazel. Just two from Stephen's literal gaggle of Gordon setters.
I got Rolo, Trip, Star, Streak, Blue, Arlo, Neary, Maddie, Sasha, Hazel, and Karma. And then the border collie is Pandy. Good girl, good shot. Not that they're on cruise control, so to speak. They know what to do, they know where we're going, and they know what we're looking for.
Yes, he loves raising and training hunting dogs, but Stephen covets his annual drive north too.
From the house to Pine Ridge is 1,323 miles. I know that route, 1,300 miles, and I don't need a GPS.
Very, very, very strong and very, very great addition to Pine Ridge Grouse Camp. I firmly believe he has probably the best hunting Gordon setters in the country.
That's Jerry Havel, proprietor of Minnesota's most prolific grouse camp, the place Stephen guides each fall.
I love the people. I'm an honorary Havel. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing sometimes. But I love the Havels. I love spending time up there. It's hard work. It's a family business.
Business of birds and dogs.
Oh my goodness, you know the routine, don't you? They get plenty of running. We go straight hard for 7 weeks. The Gordons are very methodical, good sense of smell. They know their job, and day in and day out, they go.
That energy long shared by Stephen.
That's what everybody drives around with in their car, right? All right, there you go. Cycling was my job for us. It's actually my high school job. You know, as I started racing when I was 14, and as an amateur, you're still allowed to win money. So, I mean, on a weekend, 15, 16 years old, I'd win $200 easy.
Stephen's story, the stuff of primetime news.
Most of it is lung capacity and heart capacity.
This is my favorite one, though. This one's cool. This was from Peru, but the Pils Cerveza, so the Pils and beer. So that's a great trophy, though. Peru, Argentina, the United States. I raced all over this country, several countries in South America. I lived in France for a little bit and raced for a French team, an amateur team there. Somebody asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I said bird hunting guide. That was my first thing.
Yep, the bird hunting thing stuck.
Yes, this is a niche crowd, probably a little slightly off mentally, but.
So the next time the leaves turn and the birds start flushing.
There you go. God, woodcock. I don't think that's it.
Think of the Minnesota guide.
Grouse!
With the stiff southern drawl.
Oh, there's another woodcock. Good gracious.
No translation needed. Stephen Faust hunts with clear passion.
Grouse hunting is about walking, boots on the ground, finding birds, and he's very, very good at that.
Oh, good God. There you go. But that's 5 already right there in a couple hundred yards, so that's not bad. You can't propagate them. Can't buy them in the grocery store. Just as wild as it gets is digging around through the thick forest after these things. This is who I am. This is what I am.
Definitely was a life.
Coming up, crafting a solution to long hikes and sore feet. Meet Minnesota's driftless cobbler next.
Minnesota Bound is brought to you by Connecticut Water Treatment Systems, Star Bank, Onyx Hunt, and by Bush Light.
Hey, Trav.
Hey, Laura. Big day today. Hair, dance recital, we need Connecticut water.
Totally get it. Follow me, you ready?
Wonderful. Thank you. You're the best. Best water, best lemonade. Book club. Can't have spots.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Travis, go get your own Connecticut water system.
I just need the phone number.
Connecticut, the world's most efficient water treatment system.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills.
My watch is broken.
You can tell time by measuring the sun's distance from the horizon. Looks like happy hour. Head for the mountains.
Ron here. Just thinking about fishing, thinking about why Star Bank is our bank at Ranchera Productions. You see, Star Bank is family owned, therefore you are treated like family. Call Star Bank, a person answers. Walk into Star Bank, they know your name. Star Bank is growing, now 11 locations in Minnesota. The latest is in Hancock and Stevens County. Yeah, Star Bank makes you feel good in many ways, just like a fish on the end of my line. Oh yeah.
Member FDIC.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills.
My watch is broken.
You can tell time by measuring the sun's distance from the horizon. Looks like happy hour. Head for the mountains.
You know, sore feet can really take the fun out of a fall hunt, believe me, I know. But Jay, the driftless cobbler, might be onto a solution. Minnesota might not be made of mountains. Oh. But we still have peaks and trails steep enough.
No, it was the highest elevation on the trail.
A tough Northwoods backpacking hunt proves my point.
Sometimes you just have to eat lemons. So I've been eating lemons for about a mile.
On a hunt like this, you better have a darn good pair of boots. And these are my choice this year. But inside of them, a little bit of a secret. I think you'll understand when you see how MasterFit gets made for the outdoors. MasterFit, the craft of this guy.
Want to take a look here at your instep.
Jay the cobbler.
Grab a seat, let's take a look at this one. So going back to the last Olympics, we had five different pairs of ski boots just in that Olympics. All right, now stand up and drive your knee out over your toe.
Jay kind of makes pigs fly. Let me explain. He helps people be real comfy in traditionally non-comfy kinds of boots. A seemingly impossible task.
What are we doing in the skiing industry that could move over to hunting, fishing, hiking, climbing, all the different outdoor sports.
The answer, these master fit footbeds.
What we do is we actually make a mold of your foot in a seated neutral position. This is just a molding board. Inside here are thousands of little glass beads. We're going to put your feet in here, get you in a neutral position, and then pull all the air out. And that's going to create a perfect mold of the bottom of your foot. Then we're going to heat up the blanks and mold those to that. Just want to mark your forefoot so I know where all the parts are. So when I post this, I have a pretty good idea where everything's happening.
Now I sit for a bit as the footbeds mold. All this, not a bad gig for a guy who started his career in numbers.
3 minutes. Going from the suit and tie, wandering around, big four accounting firms to, tattoos and bracelets, and definitely was a lifestyle change. But it was, I couldn't be happier. All right, so let's move those feet. Let's see how I did. Oh, look at that. All right, let these cool, and we'll post these, and then your wading boots are going to be set.
Now, Jay heads back into the workshop.
So here's where all the dark arts happen.
He first preps with heavy-duty glue.
It's kind of a strong smell.
Now comes the trickiest part of the build.
Ultimately, add some posting material, because everyone pronates or supinates. No one's got a perfectly neutral foot. But that's where the boot wants you.
Jay also trims the footbed to match the shape of the boot.
Now I'm headed to the flat grinder. Now I'll do a little final shaping, and because these are going in a hunting boot, I'm going to take some of this material off.
He forms the heel so it will sit just right in the boot.
Oh, like a glove.
And these master fits do just that. They drop in perfectly to my Irish setters.
We're able to set the boot up the way that the designers at the manufacturer expected that boot to work.
Jay the driftless cobbler found a niche. What worked for ski boots works just as well for hunting boots. Turns out fly anglers love footbeds in waders and wading boots. It's a stability and comfort thing.
They're all saying that they've been really happy with how fresh they feel at the end of the day after hauling a client around Montana or Colorado.
Bottom line,
the footbed will outlast the boot.
Whether on the water or in the woods, technology matters.
This is the same product, this is the same process that world-class athletes are using. We've brought it here.
Jay the driftless cobbler's footbeds, seemingly the solution for sore feet on rough trails and mile-long hikes.
Well, 20 miles is 20 miles, but it's going to be better than it would.
Still ahead, the chilling story of Isle Royale shipwrecks. But first, a Lake Superior adventure full of curious fish catching, thanks to this little camera.
Closed captioning provided by Radco Truck Accessories.
Hey everybody, Bill Shirk, the man about the woods, on behalf of Radco Truck Accessories. You know, Radco and I have been partners for more than a decade. Radco is my one-stop shop for everything trucks. Every accessory from all the top brands. And Radco's truck accessory pros are the best in the business. 13 convenient locations throughout the Midwest and shopping online 24 hours a day. Gear up your ride for work and play.
Radco, your truck accessories pro.
The Happy Hooker guide boat takes anglers out on Lake Superior to catch salmon and lake trout. Turns out the boat's captain fell in love with a new curious way to catch fish.
Even if it didn't have a pro, I broke one up.
Duluth's daily dock talk starts well before sunrise.
Right channel, like where the fish are. Oh.
Even so, a good fishing guide never gives away his secrets.
I'm wired. I've got a mic. This is being recorded. So.
Captain Peter Dahl makes sure of that.
I think the fish should be closer in.
Peter and fellow family members owned the Hookers.
Happy Hooker, a Hooker 2, and Hooker 4.
Happy Hooker is a charter company dedicated to making fishermen happy hookers.
Every morning,
Dave, put 11.
4 happy hookers hit Lake Superior.
Well, let's fish.
A Lake Superior legacy started more than 30 years ago by Peter's dad and his uncle. We'd come for the captain. See, it seems his fishing routine became anything but routine.
I always get a smile the first time we do that.
See what I mean?
Peter, he's like one of the best on the lake. Yep, for sure.
All right, nice job.
I don't feel bad when I catch less fish than him.
I guess his voodoo works.
Chunks out of the box.
But here's the thing.
That's my girl.
Guests take so many fish pictures. Captain Dahl figured it might be time for a new hobby.
It's a water wolf camera.
Or at least a new view.
See if we can get a fish on it. I've kind of had a wish or a dream to see what was going on underwater.
So he tied on a lure and also tied on an underwater camera. And suddenly saw this.
The coho was hooked and I was hooked. And I've been running the cameras ever since.
Captain Dahl now tries to catch not just fish, but video in a watery world we rarely ever see.
What really surprised me was how much they follow the bait, sometimes without hitting it.
Over the years, we've got some really good footage.
But the first mate still cares more about the fishing part.
I just wish we'd catch a fish on that line, that's all. Yeah. Maybe I can talk him into changing the lure or something.
Don't count on it. As long as fish come to the camera for a Great Lakes cameo, this captain will keep clicking videos.
Well, I like to think that it improves my fishing, but it's hard to measure that.
It's unbelievable watching the fish come up.
No doubt pictures and video tell the story.
He comes home and edits it, and then, yeah, there's some really cool shots. That's cool, it's really cool.
Straight ahead, we go back in time to discover Lake Superior shipwrecks.
Minnesota Bound is brought to you by Visit Red Wing, Minnesota. And by Totem Resorts, the premier destination for world-class fishing. Welcome to Red Wing, Minnesota, a river town rooted in the heart of the authentic Midwest. In Red Wing, adventure meets serenity, from scenic hikes and river views to biking along the historic Cannon Valley Trail. Sip craft brews, stroll charming streets, and step inside the legendary Red Wing Shoe Company. Immerse yourself in creativity, from vivid art galleries to unforgettable live performances. Red Wing, take time to create authentic experiences.
Is your home's foundation on the move? Cracks in walls, sticky windows and doors, and uneven floors may have you feeling uncertain. But signs of foundation movement may not be as worrisome as you think. Safe Basements is the right choice for honest foundation evaluations. If we find a repair is needed, we'll treat your home like it's our own, because keeping your family safe is just as important to us as it is to you. Call Safe Basements today to repair your foundation for good.
When the sun shines on Isle Royale, Lake Superior's waves gleam like a friendly smile. But when the wind blows and the skies turn dark, those peaceful waters turn ugly.
Isle Royale is a big obstacle in Lake Superior. Over the years, it has served as a harbor of refuge. In bad storms, you can get in the lee of Isle Royale and travel along that way, but if you're close to the island, you ran the risk of running aground on the island that you were using to save yourself.
The combination of wind and waves can tear ships apart against the island's rocks and send unlucky sailors to the bottom. But for a few months each year, those bygone tragedies become recreation for more than 1,000 divers who brave the cold water for a glimpse of the past.
You know, in a way, when you dive a shipwreck, you're kind of touching an era gone by. It's machinery that they had back at the turn of the century. You kind of can almost feel the people that lived aboard the boats.
People like the sailor who manned this pump in a failing effort to save his ship, or the quiet soul who relaxed here during better times. And imagine a captain's last view of his vessel looking something like this.
You come down and you see this incredible structure in front of you. You can actually go inside, swim around the engine, see the generators. One of the wrecks, the Emperor, actually has a milk jug sitting on the galley stove, and it has curdled milk still in it. So there's a lot of big things to see and also little things.
The wrecks, like Isle Royale, are protected by the National Park Service.
Of course, you can't take anything off of the ships, and actually, divers are pretty good about that nowadays.
Good enough to steal only a look and leave the rest for the next visitors. 10 major shipwrecks rest near Isle Royale, some hundreds of feet long. Ships with names like Algoma, Congdon, and America. Those ghosts of the past create an ominous presence even today.
As you get closer, you start to see shadows, and then shadows turn into parts of the wreck. And so it's kind of this foggy apparition.
In the book of Isle Royale Shipwrecks, the Emperor is the last of the big boats to sink. A June storm pushed the 7,000-ton freighter onto a reef near Isle Royale in 1947. She sank so fast that 11 crewmen and the captain went down too.
You know, even now with all the technology that we have, the island is still here, and it can still bring a vessel down.
Yes, Mother Nature has the final word in this story, and the forces of nature can always add another chapter.
Well, that about does it for us. We hope you'll join us again here next week.
In the meantime, remember to introduce a kid to the great outdoors.
Transportation provided by Premier Transportation. Call 1-800-899-7433. To get more Minnesota Bound, including full episodes, go to mnbound.com. And to follow our latest adventures, like us on Facebook.